Hey, Mama Lou. Can you hear me? Hey, Urban Lifestyle, what's going on? Trying to work on this stream lag and try to add a screen to it. Can everyone hear me? Let me put this. Hey, Mike Wolf, what's up? I'm not really sure. I got my. Let me get rid of this one right here. Move screen. Life with Laura Michaels. How you doing? Perry, you doing all right? Got quite a few in here. Thank you guys for coming and showing up. What I'm trying to do is to hook up my scope also along with my webcam I got here. And I got my scope right there. And it is on. Yeah, it's on. There's my link if Mama Lou or someone that knows something about it. CJ, what's going on? Maybe you can help me there if you want to jump in here. Brian, you doing all right? It's a lot different trying to run the stream than it is actually being on one. I got a lot of nice poems. Hey, CJ, why don't you jump in here for a little bit? I know you're pretty knowledgeable on this computer stuff. I got the linked up there. Oh, here we go. CJ, here we go. Hey, CJ, what's up?
Hey, Armando, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. What I'm trying to do is I got my to get my scope to work along with my webcam. What I had to do is I had to turn my scope on, then plug in my webcam, and I got that all working. But I don't know how to share the.
Okay, so one thing that you can do if you want to switch back and forth, on the bottom of the screen, you're going to see something that says settings. That
Okay.
settings menu is going to pop up, and then the very top one is going to say camera. You should have a drop down list where you can select between your web camera and your USB camera.
Okay.
And that might drop you out of the stream. So you just have to click your icon to get you back into the show at the bottom of the screen. Waiting for Armando to jump back in here. Another way you can do it is if you wanted to run both a webcam and a scope at the same time. Another thing. There you are. Did your scope not come up?
My scope is still up, but it's not. Well, that's something I have no idea what it is. I think it's not my scope. Remove that.
So anytime anybody does a share screen, it comes up as basically another video source at the bottom of the screen. So that one that you just did was your share screen. So if I was to share a screen, it would come up as another icon that you can click onto to bring it into the show.
Yeah.
if you have your USB plugged in, you don't have to have its software up and running. This program should automatically detect. Now, do you want to be able to change back and forth just between those two, or do you want to have both of them running at the same time?
Maybe just to be able to switch back and forth. Say if I was to be streaming, I could look at some coins also.
Okay. So another thing that you can try doing, I don't use it very often, but you can hit what is it? The button on the bottom that you can turn off your camera, and then go into settings, and then change it to your USB microscope, and then hit the start cam. That may work, but if there is any open program that is using your USB microscope, then StreamYard won't detect it because the camera is already in use.
That's what it told me to begin with. What happened is I had my webcam going, and then I tried to, on the bottom of the right here, I tried to go ahead and turn on my scope, but it kept on telling me that it's already in use. Well,
do you have the software for your scope running right now? Like, do you have the viewer running right now?
Yes.
Yeah, close out of it. You don't need it.
Oh, okay. So turn off the viewer. Okay, let me get it. You don't see this coming up by any chance, my scope, do you?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, I see it. Okay, so I got the viewer turned off.
So with the viewer turned off, now StreamYard should be able to basically access that device. So if you go into settings and you select your microscope from there you go.
Okay, so I'd be able to go back and forth. Oh, great.
Yep. So
yeah.
So the biggest thing is that if you have your viewer up, it is in use. The device is in use. Now, another thing that you could do, in case you wanted to do both your webcam and your USB scope, one thing that you can do is you can go to the share screen with your viewer open, and then select the application window, and then select on the viewer application window. And what that will do is that will add your USB scope as basically another video source.
Well, that's what I was trying to do right then. Okay, right now my webcam, I can't see my webcam. See, I did that. I clicked on the bottom of the screen, or I clicked one of the windows that was open.
So yeah, so this one right here is just what you're sharing. So you see how in StreamYard that you have basically three windows open.
Yes.
Right? You've got your microscope, my screen, and then your share screen.
Okay.
But since your current video, your main video is your microscope, you would have to change that back to your webcam, and then go to the share screen application window, and then open up your viewer.
Okay, let me try that.
So change your main video to your webcam. There you go. Now open up your viewer for your microscope.
How do I open up the microscope now? I go by settings again.
Wherever it's usually a program in the program list.
Okay, that's when it's coming up with this right here. I went down the bottom, and open my microscope down here where you see my mouse is down there. And then it comes up with that right there. Camera's been used, like you said before.
Right. But if you have your viewer, your program that you were using that you closed before, if you're using that viewer program, then you can share that application window. Does that make sense? Or
Well, not really. Like I said, I'm learning, and I
okay.
appreciate you being patient with me.
When you plug in your USB microscope, does it automatically come up with a viewer?
No, I have to click on the bottom of the tab down there to open the viewer up or
Okay,
to open my microscope up.
go ahead and do that now.
Well, and then when I hit the bottom there, that's when it comes up saying camera being used
Was
by
because
another application.
it's because it's being used by StreamYard now.
Yes.
That's why.
Okay. Now, the only way I can get them both to run at the same time, like I did before, is unhook StreamYard, turn on my microscope, and then plug the StreamYard back in, and then open up StreamYard.
Yeah, I think some of it just depends on the setup because, um, like I don't know if I'm just really lucky with my setup, but I never have any issues going back and forth.
Now, does it have anything to do with I have my USB scope hooked up to the back of the USB port, and then I have my webcam hooked up on the front on one of the USB
Mm-mm.
ports on the front.
No, because even though you have front and back USB, they're still running through the same USB host controller.
Okay. Well, now it said StreamYard is sharing a window, stop sharing or hide. I'm not sure what that is. It's a little window that come up. Oh, okay. Just went away. I think what it is going to be have something I'm going to have to play or maybe watch some videos on it or something like that, I guess. Are you still with me there, CJ?
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Oh, no,
writing
that's fine.
something.
That's fine. I thought when I closed that window, I might have lost you or something.
Yeah. So if I think that I usually don't have a problem because when I start StreamYard, I don't have any of my viewer software open. So I because like if I open my viewer software right now, and I haven't had it open yet, then and I do a share screen and I click on application window, I can click on the digital viewer and then it becomes an icon down on the bottom of your screen. So this is my USB scope that I
Okay.
have right now. So
Yeah.
it could be that I don't already have my video started because my video is this is my webcam right here.
Okay.
So, but I usually start StreamYard just with the video off because I'm usually working on something because reasons. So that may be something that you start StreamYard with without your camera software on either on your USB scope or um,
Hey,
on
Snap.
your webcam, and then nothing's open for it to basically lock out.
It's a process. I
Yeah,
probably lost everyone that came in the stream just by trying to learn this, but hey,
it it's the biggest thing that I've kind of figured out is every single platform has different things, different ins and outs. Like I use I sometimes use a platform called Lightstream, and I love Lightstream in its ability, that you can build scenes and you can add layers, and there is an infinite amount of constructability that I can do with that platform. Um, Obviously, the hangups is that it's really graphically intensive for a computer. StreamYard is much simpler to use. I don't mind the branding that it has, but it limits, in my opinion, it limits your creative ability, because the windows that you have are just the basic setup of Windows. It's nice that you can switch back and forth between video sources, but I mean, I wish that there was more options to it. But the other thing is that it's it's really stable, in use, and it's relatively easy to learn because almost everything is a button that's on the screen.
yeah. Hey, David, what's up? CJ's trying to help me hook some stuff up here, so I appreciate you coming in. And CJ, as far as that auction thing, I'm really not sure how really, I was trying to send you the email to see how it worked, and if you charge anything for running the auction or what. And that was some of my questions about the auction. I've never sold that much stuff, so I mean, I sent you an email, you answered me, and I kind of didn't get back to you on it.
Well, so the multi-channel thing, I don't charge anything. There's no purpose in me charging. Um, I started to do that, because as even myself as a small channel, like I don't have, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, and I don't have, when I do a live show, I'm lucky to get maybe 15 people, maybe 20 people if I'm really lucky.
Yeah,
And so I would understand, I would assume that other smaller channels, have about the same kind of reach. So it was one of those thoughts that, hey, if we get a bunch of people together that want to sell coins, that want to sell coin related stuff, that just you know, don't have a singular reach that is very big. Well, what if we bring them all together and then we reach a whole bunch of people? Because the people that come to my live streams are probably different from the ones that come to yours or that come to Dragons, or all these other channels. They're all different people. So what more better opportunity to get a bigger audience. And the biggest thing that I like about it is that it brings such a variety of items, um, like out of the woodwork, because
yeah,
a lot of shows, a lot of singular channel shows, they'll generally have the same the same product each time. um, but it's with each week that this comes together, it's always just a huge variety um, of items. And that's one of the things that I really like about it, is just the diverse, the diverse amount of items, and coins and coin related items. I mean, you got proof sets, you got
When I get back,
special. What's up?
yeah, after I get back on vacation, I may give it a try because I like to clear some things out, and because I got a bunch of just stuff just stuff I collect,
Right.
and
Yeah.
some.
So Blues Coins is coming on, and he's got he tried it once and he likes it. I mean, he's and his struggle is that like his max is like 10 items. Like that's the most that he can just handle. And the best part is that he can come in, do his 10 items, and then when he's done with his list, he can take off. It's not something that you have to stick around for the entire show. If you want to come in, sell a few items, like that's the beauty of this, is that it's ever, it's ever dynamic.
Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. Hey, Long Island's hardcore. What's going on? We're just kind of having a little session here. I'm trying to learn some more things about StreamYard here, and CJ's kind of helped me out, and I appreciate that. Long Island, can you hear me all right?
Oh, wrong mouse here. There we go. Keep on forgetting, and I have two computers next to each other, and I have my two computer mice that are next to each other. I grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, so I guess you're an IT guy.
Yes and no. I do have a strong computer background. I can generally figure out a lot of stuff, and a lot of it has come from experience. I don't have any degrees or any like official like schooling or anything, but it's been a hobby since for as long as I can remember.
Well, it seems like with a computer, when I mess with it, sometimes I can mess it up. So I just call my wife and she fixes it. So, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. CJ, I appreciate it. What I'll do is that when I'm ready and everything else, I will email you and I can get some things together and maybe we can talk some more. But then I would have to be able to maybe set up my well, I guess I don't have to set up my scope to if I have a webcam.
Yeah, usually if you have bigger items, like the sets or something that you can show. I mean, you can even have your webcam, pointed down where you can show the coin. Now, I would recommend that if you are talking about a particular variety, a doubled die or an RPM, and that your scope is available so that you can actually show the variety that you're talking about. But if you have sets and stuff, just your webcam, and you can show in front of the webcam all day long. It's good.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate the help.
Yeah.
Long Island, thank you for coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. CJ, appreciate it, and
Yeah.
I'll email you when I'm ready.
Okay. And let me know if you have any questions, and then you and I can do like just a private one of these, so
Okay.
that you can tinker around with it, or you can start it on a private or a testing, and then just send me the invite link, and we can go over some specifics to see if we can help you out. Yeah, just let me know, man.
I guess I would have to email you that or whatever then, just on your
Yeah.
email and let you know what time to kind of coordinate together or whatever. Yeah, because I know when I set it up, whether it's public or private, I guess that's what you would do.
Yep.
Great. Thank you, CJ. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thanks, sir. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, David.